Welcome to Coruzant Technologies, home of the Digital Executive Podcast.
Welcome to the Digital Executive. Today's guest is Ramesh Balan. Ramesh Balan is a serial entrepreneur, a successful business executive, inventor, and technologist who has always believed in thinking differently, using unconventional outside-the-box approaches to solve large-scale complex problems in many industries, including interactive media, telecom, healthcare, and education. Ramesh's latest venture, Knomadix, has created a virtual lesson bot platform powered by AI to deliver personalized learning at scale. Knomadix proprietary, patent-pending technology expands on a teacher's capabilities, giving them the ability to capture deeper insights into how each and every student in their class learns, including any gaps in their knowledge, and then offering targeted remediation. With Knomadix, teachers improve students' performance by leaps and bounds in a highly efficient and effective manner. Well, good afternoon, Ramesh. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Brian. Thanks for having me on the show.
Really appreciate it. You making the time today to jump on. I know you're very busy, but we got this scheduled, and now we'll just get your story out to our audience. So, Ramesh, I'm going to jump right directly into the questions. We want to talk about your background a little bit. You were an engineer, an architect, entrepreneur. Now you're the founder and CEO of Knomadix. Could you share with our audience the secret to your career growth and what inspires you?
Yeah, that's a great question, Brian. It's definitely all the standard ingredients. I mean, I could go into like hard work, determination, willingness, take the risk and all that. But I think some of the things that, based on what I've encountered in different stages of my career, I think it's learning how to deal with the fear of the unknown and being able to look at any of the situation with a positive outlook. That's really helped me a lot. But when you've worked for as long as I have, you definitely need one key ingredient, right? So that's luck. So when you talk about, one of the first jobs that I got, and how do you do something like that when you don't when you get to work with the father of computer animation and father of computer graphics? So sometimes you just take any of those situations and go with your gut and try to do the best you can, and then you don't give up. You don't give up even if it's something that's not been done before. I think that's the other thing, and I think you just sometimes you try to look at things differently. You don't stick with the status quo. You want to do something new. That's all things that I've learned as I've gone along. Just innovation. That's what inspires me. That's been sort of like the centerpiece for pretty much everything that I have taken up.
Thank you, Ramesh. I appreciate the share on that. And certainly there's something that always drives us as human beings. And whether it's trying to help people, whether it's trying to make the world a better place, trying to innovate, you get some sort of passion about something. So again, appreciate the share, and our audience would certainly appreciate this. So, Ramesh, tell us a bit more about how your platform has provided schools, teachers the flexibility and freedom to create intelligent, custom, and personalized content, leveraging that power of AI.
Yeah, that's a lot packed in, right? So I think Knomadix it's a 7-year-old startup, right? So we are working on, and we have developed a active learning platform. It transforms the way students learn and how educators teach, and it's all centered around elevating the learning experience for the student. Okay, so as you're going from one media to the other, like you're going from a paper textbook to a digital media, sometimes when you start and you're going through the first generation, what tends to happen is you tend to focus on efficiencies. You tend to make the information accessible more easily. And you try to incorporate some automation into that whole system using digital technology. And that's good. And that's good because it makes the students' lives better and the teachers' lives better, and helps you, create better access to your learning, and makes it more efficient. What we are doing is we are focusing on the effectiveness of learning. The way we are doing that is by improving the experience, the learning experience itself. And what we have developed is the world's first platform to be able to provide active learning capabilities combined with AI into any curriculum and any subject. And what we have developed is a way by which you can have bot-assisted learning experiences into any lesson the school district or individual teachers choose to teach, and be it the district-developed curriculum or a third-party curriculum. And how we do that is we have mechanisms that uses templates to bring the lessons to life. So it makes it more interactive, it makes it more intelligent, and it gives instant feedback mechanisms. These are things that typically a human tutor or a human teacher would be able to do in a one-on-one kind of a setting. What we have done is figured out a way by which we can deliver one-on-one personalized learning at scale for any curriculum, for any subject and any content. So that's the way. There's a lot of automation that's involved in it, where the bot-assisted tutoring gives teachers back their precious time by automating this type of one-on-one personalized assistance, and also provides real-time intervention capabilities to the students.
Ramesh, thank you. I appreciate that. And, the big message here, and I know you leverage some amazing technology. You've got an amazing career in technology, but, focusing on how we can improve that learning process, I think that is amazing. I think that's really where, if we're focusing on that particular, the problem, that's the way you should be doing it. And I think that's awesome. So I appreciate the share. And Ramesh, we're going to slide a little bit in, kind of staying on that topic, right? We're a technology platform, but you're obviously leveraging some new and emerging technologies within your tech stack. Maybe you could share something real light with us today, because our audience loves that sort of thing.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think, some of the key technology elements that, if you want to democratize access, then you try and get your technology to work on all types of devices, right? So you make it work on Chromebooks, you make it work on laptops, you also make it work on the mobile devices and the tablets. Okay, some of the areas where we are focused on is in being able to leverage the power of a stylus device. Okay, and bring out the benefits and the usefulness of having a stylus device for the students to be able to demonstrate their learning development and the way by which they are thinking through a problem. So our platform helps capture that stroke by stroke work along with all the automated grading and all those kind of capabilities. So there's a lot of interactivity that's part of the technology stack that we have, right? So that's the front end development of it. And we use this technology called React JavaScript framework both on the mobile side and also on the web side. And that's what helps us elevate the design of the user interface and how the users experience the system. Okay, this is key because this is what the students are going to be using on a day-to-day basis, just like how they use textbooks and also their notebooks and their pen and paper and all that. We are replacing all of that into a digital media, making it, now that we have make it more interactive, use sort of the drag and drop, the multimodal experiences and all that. So that's the key aspect of it. On the back end of it, the way you make this kind of solution available globally and scale, the infinitely scale, as they call it, is using a cloud infrastructure. And we use both the AWS as well as the Microsoft Azure platform for that. And that's what makes the delivery of this kind of a solution, which tackles, a lot of the problems that are in the core learning right now, the learning process, scalable. Okay, because now you're talking about delivering it to millions and millions of students, right? That are looking to have these kind of elevated digital learning experiences. So that's pretty much it. I just know enough to be dangerous about technology, but I don't know a lot of the details, to be honest.
No, that's awesome. You shared a good level of information and detail around the technology that you leverage. So I appreciate that, and so will our audience. And Ramesh, last question here. If you could just briefly explain how Knomadix bots could be applied in corporate settings, including for professional training and upskilling workers.
Yeah, absolutely. I think one of the things that we are going through post-pandemic is a serious shortage of teachers, serious shortage of instructional resources, and people being able to be in person and have these kind of training sessions, and it's always been proven. I think there's been a lot of research done back from the 70s and 80s, all the way up to present, about how if you can provide a more personalized learning approach, more one-on-one type of learning approach. Just imagine if you can bring an employee on board and if you can assign a personal mentor who are providing a one-on-one training for them about the skills and the sort of the processes that they need to actually go through and come up to speed, and being able to provide that kind of a support, okay? And how do you do that? How do you make that scalable? How do you make that affordable? I think the bot-assisted technology and also the AI functionality, AI capabilities that you can incorporate into these kind of learning experiences, it can make it more adaptive, right? So the AI would know where you are in terms of your capabilities, what you need to learn, what is the personalized learning path that needs to be created. So all these have been done using digital technology for a long time, for several decades now. But it's very mundane. If you think about just getting into an accounting course and being able to read through pages and pages and pages, and all that has changed in the recent years is instead of reading through pages and pages and pages, now we have to sit and watch and listen to videos, hours and hours, right? That's how training is done in the digital media right now. Just imagine how it could be, when it is more interactive. And if you can actually chunk it up into micro learning bite-sized learning, and then for the the bot assisted technology and the AI to work hand in hand to be able to provide that kind of a personalized learning experience that only humans can afford these days, right? To be able to do that when the employees are onboarding, and being able to measure that and being able to provide the right kind of interventions. And also, I was talking about even reading and videos, right? I mean, it's all passive learning experience, right? You retain only about 20% of what you see, or what you hear, right? You retain maybe about 40% of what you see, and then you get to retain more than 80% of what you do and what you practice and what you apply. And that's what the active learning and AI platform can do, okay, in a more personalized manner, and in a more effective sort of learning methods, by using more effective learning methods. And that's the key to improving learning and outcomes, not only in a academic setting, but for lifelong learning. Just imagine how, using Udemy to acquire all those skills, lifelong learning skills, or LinkedIn Learning, to be able to actually embed a bot in there. And the bot not only is a subject matter expert, but it's also intimate and familiar with where you are, and be able to combine those two to make the next generation learning experience. I think that's what is possible. That's what is possible with a platform like Knomadix.
That's amazing. And it kind of reminds me of the movie The Matrix, when, Neo gets basically like a USB plug into the back of his head and he absorbs all this knowledge. Very, very, very cool. I'm excited, and I can tell you, myself included, will be following you and what your company does, and especially the advancements in innovation. So thank you, Ramesh. I appreciate that. And last thing, Ramesh, is it was such a pleasure having you on today, and I look forward to speaking with you real soon.
Thank you so much, Brian. And I look forward to following your show, and I'm a big fan, and I really appreciate you taking the time to get deeper into our story.
Bye for now.